Keep in mind, if you're spamming MAGA in that chat, make sure you're at least 18 and from America. What's up, Luke? How old are you?
I'm 18, '07, February.
Nice. And you support Trump?
Yeah.
Okay, why do you believe in something so irresponsible?
Israel.
So you only support him because he supports Israel?
Well, my boyfriend's Jewish, and we just absolutely hate what's happening in Israel and how people are trying to like
Okay,
be.
yeah.
It's gotten very anti-Semitic.
Yeah, that's what Zionists call everything that's anti Israel, anti Semitic. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that the term Zionist and Jewish individual are interchangeable? Do you think that all Jewish people are Zionists?
Define Zionist, because I don't even know what that means.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Hey, at least I was big enough to admit it.
No, you're right. You're right. That's totally fine. The way I understand the term Zionist is basically somebody that thinks that Jewish individuals have the right to their own state, and Zionism was built on the back of colonialization and stealing land from others, right? And that's admitted by the founders of Zionism. But that aside, I don't think that supporting Trump because he supports Israel is that good of an idea.
Oh, okay, but that's one of the main reasons I support Trump.
So you're more pro-Israel than you are pro-America because you understand that he's killing America, like with like redistributing wealth from the poor to the rich, the BBB, the Big Beautiful Bill, that's going to cut the after-tax income for 80% of Americans. So you're like, you want to support Israel but hurt Americans? Why?
Because listen, if you want to talk about Israel and Palestine and why I think it's better that America supports Israel, then we
We'll
can do that.
we'll
If
get
not, then
we'll get
I'll leave.
Well, no, we'll get into that. We will, but I just first want to understand your perspective. Like assume that Israel wasn't doing ethnic cleansing. It still doesn't make much sense to say that I'm going to support the larger Zionists over the smaller Zionists, even though the larger Zionist is going to destroy America and the smaller Zionist is going to really help America. Like you support Israel more than you support America. Why?
I mean, doesn't the big beautiful bill have no tax on tip and no tax on overtime?
However, the inclusion of the totality of the BBB reduces the after tax income for 80% of Americans. That's according to the Center on Budget and Policy Provisions. Also, not to mention um, that Donald Trump has launched an attack on women's rights domestically. He's distanced us from all of our allies. He's stagnated investment into American manufacturing. He was guiding America down a path to a recession before he revoked his tariffs. The first financial quarter of this year, we had negative GDP growth, and all of this because he was slightly more pro-Israel than Kamala Harris. Really? Why?
I just find Trump is more pro-Israel than basically anybody on the left right now.
Do you understand the question that I'm asking you?
You're talking, bro. I came up to talk about Israel and Palestine and why I think
But
the
I
U.S. should.
want you to answer my question because you're saying this was the main reason why you voted for Trump. If you're not going to answer my question, I'm just going to kick you.
Okay, state the question again then.
I've already stated it 3 times. I don't like repeating myself 4 times, but I will nonetheless. So he's actively destroying America. Okay. So why do you support Israel more than you support America?
Because I wouldn't be surprised if there were the death for Jews really soon. People were calling for the death to Jews very soon. It would not surprise me.
Explain to me what that means.
People calling basically another Holocaust
Another.
would not
So,
surprise me
so
if
you
people
think
tried
that
to. If
Donald
is
Trump
if
is going to
Pal-
prevent another Holocaust? How so?
Absolutely he would do that. He's the most peaceful president that the states has ever had.
So you think because he's peaceful, he's going to prevent another Holocaust?
He's currently in negotiations with
What
China.
about what about something like similar to genocide? What about ethnic cleansing? Do you think that he'd prevent the ethnic cleansing of millions?
Yeah, I know where you're gonna go with this, and this is war we're talking about.
Can you answer my question?
I think he would attempt to.
So then why is he specifically advocating for the ethnic cleansing of the 1.2 million Palestinians living on the Gaza Strip?
Didn't he want to occupy the land to try and turn it into some sort of, I guess you could say, resort?
Bingo. Yes, exactly. That is the ethnic cleansing of all the Palestinians living there, since he wants to forcefully relocate them to Egypt and Jordan, give them no right to return, flatten the land, build a Riviera, and give it to Netanyahu. This fulfills every necessary criteria of ethnic cleansing. So you told me that he would do everything in his power to prevent ethnic cleansing, as he's the most pro-peace president we've ever had. Then why is he explicitly advocating for it?
Well, one, you can't. I don't take everything he says seriously, including that. But two,
So he just jokingly advocated for ethnic cleansing? Is that your position?
I never said he jokingly advocated. I just said
Wait, it's either serious or a joke. There's nothing. There's no
I
other
didn't
option.
take that Palestinian video seriously when I first saw it. To be completely honest,
So you're just
with
saying
you.
that it's not serious. It's just a joke. So he jokingly advocated for ethnic cleansing.
If you want to put it like that, sure.
You're outrageous. So,
Hey, listen. At least you got a debate. At least you got a debate within the last 30 minutes.
You're so fucking outrageous. So, no, he's not joking. He spoke about it at a press conference with Netanyahu. Was that whole press conference like satire as well? Because he laid out the plan. Yeah, I bet you didn't. He laid out the plan at a press conference by the side of Netanyahu. Was that all a joke or was that serious?
Again, I didn't even know there was a press conference.
Okay, so now that you do know that, now that you know it's serious, so now your position is that Donald Trump is seriously advocating for ethnic cleansing.
If he was advocating for it, then why wouldn't he be trying to blow Palestine off the world right now?
Because he just wants to push the Palestinian people off to give their land to Israel. Not to mention Israel's already done the blowing.
State already? Or am I just confused on that one?
I don't even know what you just said.
Is Palestine not already a state of Israel? I'm pretty sure I heard somewhere that it was a state of Israel.
You've probably heard a lot of Zionists say that it's not their land. I don't understand what this has to do with what I said. Like, I'm just seriously, we're isolating.
Well, because
for
you
his
said
plan to ethnically. How do you feel about his plan to ethnically cleanse 1.2 million Palestinians living on the Gaza Strip?
Well, I don't think anybody should be killed. I mean, okay, that's a bit of a lie, but I don't think innocent people should be killed.
So you think that's like really bad, right?
Yes, but what has he done?
Do you hold a red line against ethnic cleansing?
What has he directly done to do ethnic cleansing to Israel or to Palestine? My bad.
Right, he announced a plan to forcefully relocate them to Jordan and Egypt.
Relocate them, but that doesn't ethnically cleanse them.
Yeah, it does. Why don't you go on pause, go to Google, type in ethnic cleansing definition, come back with ukulele in 3 tiers, and apologize.
Okay, you just give me the definition because
the forceful expulsion or removal of an unwanted ethnic or religious group from society.
So forceful removal sounds like that's what I interpret that as.
So forceful removal can be death or forceful removal. Yeah. See how that makes sense? See how forceful removal can be forceful removal?
But he's not killing them. You're saying when you say ethnic cleansing, that sounds like
well, like yes, they are killing them. 54,000 of them, to be precise.
That's war.
Ethnic cleansing does not necessitate the killing of individuals.
Well, people are dying because that's war. It's bad.
Wait, so you're saying that so ethnic cleansing is just war? Forcefully removing and relocating 1.2 million Palestinians to build a resort is war?
No, I'm saying the people who died.
So yeah, we will get on to your claim that the ethnic cleansing is just war, because I disagree with that. But before we do, I want you to respond to his plan to ethnically cleanse 1.2 million Palestinians off the Gaza Strip.
Well, if he's relocating them, then how is he cleansing them? How is he actually doing anything to fully harm them? Because
that's the definition of ethnic cleansing, you silly fucking goose. How dense are you? Go to Oxford language. The forceful expulsion of an unwanted ethnic group from society is the definition of ethnic cleansing in the Oxford Language Dictionary. Okay? Forcefully expelling them is forcefully expelling them. There's like this isn't even an example of Dean connecting the dots. I'm not connecting dots between one thing and another thing because it's not two separate things, it's the same thing. He's definitionally forcefully expelling them by forcefully expelling them. Are you picking up what I'm putting down, Mr. Zio?
Okay, but then has Trump actually done anything to relocate anybody?
I don't know if the plan's gone into operation yet. Maybe somebody else in the chat does, but I don't think that's relevant either.
But it is, because if he hasn't done anything to relocate anybody, then how can you say he's ethnically cleansing anybody?
So he said he wants to, he intends to, he is going to.
Let's assume that you're right.
For instance, if like Trump ran for the presidency and he was like once I'm president, I'm going to use my power to like rape 1 million children. Would you still support him since he hasn't raped them yet?
No.
Now you get it.
Okay, but let's assume that you're right and he does plan to ethnically cleanse by your definition. What has he done to actually ethnically cleanse anybody?
I literally just made this point clear to you. Then also, for like the people saying that my analogy was too far, so ethnic cleansing isn't.
But how is he ethnically cleansing anybody then?
Okay, can you rehash the last 45 seconds of debate?
You said he plans to, and I said,
right.
Well, if he...
Right, and he's aiding and abetting in the current ethnic cleansing by funding the state of Israel. But I'm very specifically talking about his plan to personally ethnically cleanse all remaining Palestinians on the Gaza Strip. So I think the fact that he's announced that plan in of itself is more than enough. He doesn't actually need to start doing it in order for any reasonable mind to care, under my view. And I demonstrated this logic to you by asking if you'd still support him if he announced that he wants to rape 1 million kids but hasn't started raping them yet. And you said that you would stop supporting him, right? See how like any reasonable mind would hear him call for the ethnic cleansing of 1.2 million people, and that alone is enough? Any reasonable mind would listen to him say that this is exactly how he's going to do it with a fully laid out plan detailing every specific A through Z, and that's enough?
Well, who said he wasn't trying to relocate anybody to try to just move them temporarily until Palestine is rebuilt?
Him, yeah. He said in an interview with Fox News that he does not intend on giving them any right to return. But even if he didn't say that, and they would have the right to return in the future, that still would constitute ethnic cleansing, as ethnic cleansing does not imply any temporal permanence.
So even if it's temporary, that's still under definition ethnic cleansing.
Yes. However, his plan is not temporary, and he affirmed that explicitly.
Well, I highly doubt. I listen, I promise you, he is not ethnically cleansing anybody.
Yeah, sure. Tell me what criteria of ethnic cleansing according to the Oxford Language Dictionary definition, or the definition that you uphold, he doesn't fulfill.
What has he done? Like seriously, what has he done? He said he follows through really well on everything he does, and
I literally just said like he intends to ethnically cleanse. Sir Luke, how many times have we been over this?
He intends to, but
I mean, he's currently funding the state of Israel, but I'm specifically talking about his announced plan. How many times have we been over this, dense little boy?
Okay, fine.
Answer this question. Why is his announced plan with all specifics A through Z to ethnically cleanse the 1.2 million Palestinians on the Gaza Strip not enough? By the way, this is the last time I'm going to ask the question. This is seriously the last time.
Are you just going to keep muting me?
Yeah, while you interrupt me. Now, please answer the question I just asked you. And that's the last time I'm going to ask it. I'm not going to ask it again.
Fuck this.
Yeah, you're going to leave because I beat you in a debate. I get it. I get butthurt too if I was you. We're going to go to move on to the next guest, everybody.